Happy it's too strong. But for real, happy Monday. I was gonna do another take, but we're gonna take this take. First take, Jake. My name is Forever. For those of you that do not know who I am, we're gonna talk about the 5 steps of manifesting. I got a comment the other day, and I've gotten comments in the past, but particularly this one caught my attention. I won't share the name, but I know who you are. Okay? They wanted to know, how do you bridge the time in between where you are now and where you want to be, or what you want to be with or have? So in other words, how do you get to your goals? How do you manifest the life that you want to live? And this is a disclaimer, because this is important, especially if you really want to be about this life. We all think we're trying, listen to this. First of all, see that right there? That's energy, positivity, unconditional love. That's one of the main things you're gonna need if you wanna create your reality, okay? But again, one thing that you for sure, probably at the top of the list, you need to understand that you're not trying to manifest your dream life. You're not trying to manifest the car, the relationship, the job. You're not trying to manifest that, because what you're really trying to manifest is the feeling that you get for that you get from the dream house, from the dream career, from the girl or guy. Before we continue into this, man, happy Monday, first of all. Okay, if you're new here, my name is Michael Young, also known as Forever. Consider subscribing if you like the energy. You guys know I'm coming with it. Shout out to all my new, all my semi-new, and all my OG subscribers. 2,600, we're counting, baby. I love you all, thank you. Like this video because it's gonna help it grow. It's gonna help somebody who never heard about Forever Young to hear about them, hear about me. So like this video, comment. If you got any questions, concerns, last but not least, flick that notification bell on so you get every video when they drop. So we talked about 5 steps to manifesting, okay? But again, the main important thing that you need to keep in mind is that you're not trying to manifest the material item. We get caught up, especially with a lot of propaganda, a lot of commercials, a lot of advertisements. We get caught up trying to live this material life. Though obviously we are here in 3D, and that is a main part of our experience here, living this 3D life and having an experience and creating your world with no limits. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that I'm out of breath, but for real, that you're going for the feeling. You're not going for the actual, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. The reason I know that you're going for the feeling versus going for the actual achievement, you guys can relate to this, because tell me why you finally meet that goal. Tell me why when you finally get to that position or get that girlfriend or guy friend in your life, it's like as soon as you get that new car, not even a year later, a week later, you already want the other car, right? As soon as you get into that relationship or you get that job, you're there for a year, a month, you already see something else you want. So that's a clue, and that clue is telling us that really it's not about what you get, it's about what you experience. And through your experience, that's whether or not you're gonna be happy or not. So that's why it's really important for you to not only understand that the experience is all about how you're feeling, but for you also not to settle. And that brings us to our first step out of the 5 steps, is life causes you to ask, okay? Some of you who are familiar with Abraham Hicks, this is all from her, baby. I love you. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Jerry. Life causes you to ask, step 1. What does that mean, Michael? What does that mean, Forever? Well, what that means is simple. When I live in life, no matter what, I'm gonna gain preference. Whether that be me trying something and me saying, oh, okay, now that I tried that, I don't really care for that, I like this. Whether that be school, Me trying a certain class that I want to try out in school. I don't really like painting. Let me try woodwork. Me trying a certain job. Let me try personal training. Let me see if this is my cup of tea. Okay, it was great for a year. Now let me move. So life is always going to cause you to ask for more, okay? Especially, we can flip that coin. If someone's being rude to you, you not only recognize that, hey, that person's an asshole, but what you truly see is, I'd rather have and surround myself with better people. And again, that's what we were talking about, when as soon as you see a problem, the same moment, that was a horrible snap, the same moment a solution is created. So it's very, very important to not only pay attention to that, but to know that step one, you sift and you sort, right? You think about when you were young, or how about when you go to a buffet? This is a perfect example. You go to a buffet, you don't look all over at the buffet and go, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. You don't do that, right? What you do is you go, ooh, I want that, I want that. And that's what step one is. A lot of us, not including me, no, we all do. A lot of us make a career out of step one. And that's okay, because it is step one, a part of that manifesting process. And what I mean by that is that in step one, we just look around, and every day, especially if we're in a position we don't want to be in, whether that be a job, whether that be at school, and we're doing it because we've been pushed to it, not because we truly want to do it, then we're going to look and we're just going to point at things that don't make us happy. So this is what I mean by people make a career out of step one. But what happens is, again, step one is as easy as I see something or I feel something I don't like. Let me pivot, let me shift towards something that I do, okay? You still with me? This might be a little bit longer video, but I promise you, it's gonna be packed with little, I don't know what I'm gonna say, little nuggets, little golden nuggets, okay? So step one, the world causes you to ask, okay? Step two, ready? This is not our step. This is where faith comes in. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in the universe? Do you believe whatever you believe in? You believe in a greater power? Well, we talked about planting our seed. I know you guys remember that. So check this out. I got another 3.5 minutes on here. You need to plant that seed, because step two is the universe's job. Step one, the world causes you to ask, right? You gain perspective, sifting and sorting through the world. Step two, the universe answers, okay? It's like a farmer sees nothing but land. He gets, okay, I wanna grow crops, right? Because step one, the contrast was he has no crops. So the solution for step one is, I wanna grow crops. So he plants that crop, those seeds, that corn, that cucumber, I guess, into the ground, right? So the universe is responsible for growing that, okay? The world is, God is. So step two is the world handles your manifestation. Let me slow it down. Your world is gonna conform to you. So whether the world needs to get 1,000 people that you don't even know to do small, minute actions that will then bring this manifestation to you, whether it be 1,000, 2,000, the universe can use anything and anyone and everyone and everything, especially when you believe in it, to bring you whatever the hell you want, anything. And this is one of the reasons why I made this channel, because I want to be a walking display. Step three, okay? What's step one? Do you remember? Comment down below what step one is, if you remember, and step two is, okay? I got less than 2 minutes on here, and then we can, I know the camera's a little shaky. Stay with me, this is content, okay? First take Jake. So step three, check this out. We've talked about all this. In order for you to receive that connection from the universe, which when you're connected to the universe, you think of like a tunnel. When you connect to the universe, it's like you get this magic tunnel that then is able to bring to you through this magic tunnel that you connected through whatever you want, AKA what you asked for in step 1. So to clean that up, step 3 is getting into the receiving mode. In order for you to get into the receiving mode, I've already said this before. So if you remember how to get into the receiving mode, comment down below. It's very easy. Don't overthink it. I'll give you a second here. I got 45 more here on the treadmill. Getting into the receiving mode, step 3, means you have to get happy. You have to get happy. So right here, see this? I didn't plan that. I felt the beat. I'm like, ooh, this make me happy. Hold on, I'm shaking, hold on. Give me a second here. Hey, you gotta get happy. Not only this music is making me happy, making me feel great, not only me filming this video is making me feel great, that's 2. Not only me doing cardio and seeing 11:11 as I'm filming this video is making me feel great, but the fact that I'm done and we did our 30 minutes. Is it on there? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. And I'm done. Okay, and look at this. More synchronicity. 111. I see, and you do too, that's confirmation. Not only confirmation that the universe is with me, but I'm in the receiving mode. So step 3, getting in the receiving mode, you gotta do whatever you need to do. Hey, it might be coming out here. Hey, Ray. Might be coming out here, petting your cat. That might be receiving mode for you. Might be going out here into nature. That might be in the receiving mode for you. Maybe playing a little golf, I don't know. That might mess some of you guys' energy up because golf is a hell of a sport. So the easiest way to get into the receiving mode, step 3, is to do truly what you love, okay? There's no way around it. And the best thing about life is you can't lie to yourself. You can't do what people have almost brainwashed you into doing that you thought was always good. You won't be able to do that because you can feel your emotions, and your emotions are gonna validate whether or not you're actually in your truth, right? So if I'm at a job I don't like and I've been there for months, years, however long, me going there and me feeling like, this isn't really, but I have to pay the bills, that is a huge clue that you are not happy and you need to reanalyze where you wanna go, okay? So again, step 3 is getting into the receiving mode, and the best way to get into the receiving mode is to be happy. Look at this beautiful world we live in. Look at the sun. You can't see it, but I'm looking at it for you. It's so damn bright, you can't even sun gaze unless you start with your eyes closed. Okay, so getting to the end here, there's only 2 more steps. We have step 4 and step 5, okay? Step 4 is once you're in the receiving mode, you continue to perpetuate that receiving mode. So what does that mean? It almost sounds like step 3 and step 4 are one and the same. Well, they kind of are, because step 3 is after you sift and sort through that contrast is putting yourself into that receiving mode, right? So once you're into that receiving mode, like how I know I'm in the receiving mode right now, I'm going to keep perpetuating it. I'm going to keep doing things that are going to not only promote my receiving mode, but heighten my vibration, you understand? So in terms of me heightening my vibration, look at this. My homie, we're gonna go skateboard. I'm in the receiving mode. He would have called me normally, but he didn't call me, he texted me. In other words, it didn't mess up this video. So when you're not only master step 3, but also step 4, things just work out for you. You start to see the numerology. You start to, people are just not unexpectingly nice to you because you expect and you know that the world conforms to you, but it's more to the point where you notice, okay? So step 4 is about perpetuating, or in other words, it's about staying in that receiving mode. In other words, milking that receiving mode, okay? So once you're in step 4, it's a matter of time, very, very short time, that your manifestation will jump right into your face. It'll jump right into your path, your life, okay? So this guy's on his way, and I know he's gonna call me when he's out front. So we got about 5 minutes, and that's all we need, because we have last step, step 5, but before we talk about step 5, actually no, let's go right into step 5, okay? Remember, you're not here to have all the cool toys. You're here for the experience. You're here to understand how to manifest and how to create in this world. You're not here for the creations. You're here for the creating, okay? Esther, I love you, baby. Step 5, last step. Check it out. Step 5, last step. This is what we're gonna do, okay? Step 5 is actually according to step 1, because a lot of us, remember, we make a career out of step 1. And what does that mean? That means that you only in your day look at the things that make you mad. You're usually called the grumpy person or the person that is always pissed off, okay? When you live that kind of lifestyle, then you are not going to, one, you're going to manifest the things that you're looking at that are making you mad, okay? And 2, you're never going to grow as a spiritual and just as a co-creator when you're creating with this world. So step 5 is the understanding that, okay, I'm in contrast again. In other words, I'm in step 1. So with me knowing that, all I have to do now is pivot towards what I want and understand that what I see, whether or not I like it or not, is a sign that I am looking at and deliberately putting my attention on what I want. In other words, step 1 is step 5 again tells you, hey, I'm in step 1, and step 1 is the contrast stage, right? Because when you go through life, you have things that you like and you don't like. Again, the thing about people in step 1 is that they look at what they don't like a lot versus what they do like, okay? That is the 5 steps. I know that was, who knows, that might not have been confusing for you. You might have felt that all the way through, right? Right? Because again, you gotta watch what you say. Your words are magic. I almost just said, that might have been a little confusing, but why would I say that? Because truly, it probably was clear and concise. Truly, I probably gave you guys a little bit of clarity or a little bit more understanding on how to manifest, okay? If you guys have any questions, again, please let me know, okay? Make sure you're taking care of your emotions. Make sure you're listening to your emotions and letting that guide you to where you want to go. Step 1, the world causes you to ask. Step 2, the universe answers. Step 3, you get into the receiving mode. Do stuff you like. Step 4, you keep perpetuating that receiving mode and you manifest. Step 5, you realize that you're back on step 1, sifting and sorting to gain a higher, a greater perspective. And the last thing that I want to end on is that step 1 is for you not only to gain perspective, but for you to grow, right? When you work out, right, you go and you're really sore, right? So you're breaking down that muscle, but you're breaking it down not to make it weaker, you're breaking it down to grow. I'm getting tired not to get weaker on that treadmill, I'm getting tired to grow, or in this case, shrink. So anyways, I hope you guys got a little bit of insight from this. Again, my name is Michael Young, Forever Young. Subscribe to the account if you like this energy, like this video because it helps the channel grow. Comment if you have any questions or concerns or you just want to share some love. Last but not least, hit that notification bell. Happy Monday. Let's have a great week. And remember, you're a God.